So, before they introduce their protégés, let's find out who's doing the recommending. Daniel Tammet is a writer, teacher and linguist with almost unimaginable mental powers. He holds the European record for memorising pi to 22,514 decimal places. He is assigned a shape, colour and texture to every number from 1 to 10,000. He's fluent in 10 languages, including Icelandic, which he learnt in a single week. So, Daniel, the question everyone wants to ask you is, how do you pronounce the name of that Icelandic volcano?
Eyjafjallajökull.
That's hard. That's hard. But so, the language you speak, there's an 11th language you speak, isn't there?
Manti.
Anyone speak Manti?
No.
No. Anyone heard of Manti? No. Interesting. What's that, Daniel?
Well, it doesn't surprise me that nobody's heard of it because it's a language I've invented myself.
And are you the only surviving speaker?
I'm the only surviving speaker, yes.
Do you speak a lot of languages, Robin?
I speak a lot of languages very badly, because I've travelled so much and lived with over 100 different tribes in different parts of the world for very often a very short time. I always say the most important thing you must learn if you're going to be travelling in any country is to be able to say impeccably, I am very, very sorry I don't speak your language. Because once you've said that, they like you. They know you're human.
Oh, that's brilliant.
If you say I don't speak your language impeccably, surely they won't believe you. Surely, if you're going to say that, you should say it really badly, like an idiot.
Try that.
How about you, Ronnie?
I'm learning English.
So, Daniel, you're one of, I believe I'm right in saying, less than 50 people in the world who's what's called a prodigious savant. What does that mean?
A prodigious savant is somebody with exceptional abilities in one or more fields, and we can track those abilities back to an unusual activity in the brain. In my case, I have a high-functioning form of autism, known as Asperger's syndrome. I also have synesthesia, a condition in the brain whereby the regions communicate with each other in a way that they wouldn't normally, so that, in my case, numbers and language have colours, numbers have shapes.
Describe the number 8 to me.
Number 8 is fireflies, flying in circles.
Fantastic. What about 333?
333 is kind of a lumpy, round, greenish number. Not so pretty.
I mean, when you're trying to memorise 22,000 odd digits of pi, it's one amazing thing, isn't it, to have a picture for all those 10,000 numbers. Supposing you started in the middle, could you go backwards or forwards? Can you go in any direction?
I could at the time. I've not recited it since, and I've moved on. I memorised at a very particular point in my life. I'd just turned 25, and I was finding myself, really, and trying to find out for the first time how I was going to break through into the wider world. And numbers, up to that point, were my way of communicating. And so I dedicated myself to learning this number out to this many digits to set this record. And it became like a performance in the end, because it was at a museum in Oxford, mathematicians checking every digit.
They broke into the most amazing applause, these mathematicians.
And the public as well. I mean, that was the amazing thing.
It was fantastic.
You know, general public, you think they'd have better things to do than listen to someone reciting numbers for hours.
How long does it take to recite that? Because now it goes to 1.24 trillion now, pi, apparently. Would it be possible, if you dedicated yourself to it, to learn that many numbers?
I don't know, 1.2 trillion sounds a lot.
Yeah.
Sounds a lot.
I'll do the first 6 for you.
Okay. My personal attitude is very negative towards limits, because I've learned how to break through so many different limits in my life that when people say to me, you can't do this, I almost feel like I want to do everything I can to do it. And so I definitely think, when people say I can't learn a second language, or I can't do this, or I can't do that, I always say to them, it's not true. It's just a case of being taught in a way that connects with you, gets you feeling positively about what it is you want to learn.
Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Tammet. Our next committee member, Ronnie Ancona, is a former teacher turned award-winning comedian, writer and actor whose CV lists literally dozens of radio and TV shows, theatre and movies. And as if all that acting wasn't keeping her busy enough, she even found time to write and publish her own self-help book for couples with a very specific problem.